your favorite show, Let's Speak English.
Европын бизнес ассамблийн олон улсын шилдэг байгууллага өргөмжлөлд Монголын Royal Academy хамтран үзүүлж байна.
Hi, you're welcome to your favorite TV show. It's Let's Speak English TV show. And today with me in the studio is a very, very dedicated lecturer. He's known as Ambarish Pandey, all the way from India. He would be sharing his thoughts and his ideas and give you great insight on what it means to be a good and a seasoned student. You're welcome to my show, Professor Ambarish.
Thank you for inviting.
You're welcome. First of all, I would like to start by talking about your profile. Lots of people are watching right now and they really want to know, who is this Ambarish Pandey? So who is Ambarish?
Ambarish is a man who comes from India, and he has done his bachelor in applied physics and is a branch of engineering, and masters in business management, and has got around 16 years of experience after MBA. And presently I have been lecturing at Royal International Institute as a business lecturer, and that's it. That's my small profile.
Okay, so what makes Ambarish thick?
Well, first thing, my perseverance. I'm prepared by my perseverance to for all my endeavors. And in 2008, when my name was proposed for international magazine Who is Who, and that was my biggest achievement so far, I consider, because within 10 years I got that. So I think that was my biggest achievement.
International magazine Who is Who in Mongolia or
no, in US.
In US. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And did your name make it?
Yeah, my name was nominated.
Okay.
But in the final round, somehow because of my experience, it was removed.
Oh.
It was declined because I had just 10 years of experience,
Okay.
and their requirement was 12 years.
Oh, just 2 years.
Just 2 years.
Okay. Where did you have your formal education?
Major part of my education was in India.
Okay.
And I did my schooling and bachelor and masters in India, and PhD I am pursuing here in Mongolia, in Mongolian Institute of Science and Technology.
Okay. And right now you have a PhD already? Is it done?
It is about to be finished, and I have got PhD ABD certificate. Means
Okay.
I have done all the mandatory modules.
So that's to say that's your highest level of education at
So
the
far.
PhD.
So far.
And
And at the same time, I have applied for a fellowship in Germany for my postdoctoral. So in November next year, I'll be going to Germany for 1 year for my postdoctoral program.
fellowship. So
Yeah.
what's your biggest dream education-wise?
My biggest dream to implement knowledge management system here in Mongolia to make education better.
So how have you been able to achieve that like recently?
Recently, I went to Germany, and we have been working on a system of knowledge management in university, and we have implemented at Chemnitz Technological University, and after 1 year we will see the effectiveness. If it is effective, so we are going to replicate here in Mongolian universities.
Okay. So what do Mongolian students stand to gain from this? Like, what is the profit like? What is the advantage to Mongolian students, to the Mongolian
Oh, good question. By the way,
society?
I must appreciate this question. First of all, teachers are going to be more benefited than students, and students, they will be benefited in terms of getting quality education. Why? Because now what is happening? It's a repetition of work, especially not only in Mongolia, in many universities, in India or in other Asian countries as well.
Okay.
So when teachers are free, because they have already some database of knowledge,
Okay.
so they will use their quality time to improve that.
Okay.
And students, they are getting benefit to
Okay. So you said teachers would benefit from this.
that. Yeah.
How can they benefit? I'm so much interested in this now.
Oh yes. Why? Because when a new pass out, new graduates join university as a lecturer or as a professor, and he has no enough database to take his career as a professor, as a lecturer. So what happens? He collects all the materials, teaching materials, and then delivers the lecture. For 90 minutes lecture, he spends more than 3 hours or 4 hours initially
Okay.
to prepare. So once that thing is available to him, what will he do? That he will improvise that, because
Oh.
okay, I have something to start with. Now whatever time I'm spending to start from the scratch, that time I'm going to improve that.
Oh, I see.
So in that way.
And you mentioned about being to Germany this summer. What was it for? What did you go to Germany for?
Oh, I got a call from Chemnitz University of Technology. There was a seminar on knowledge management and e-learning. And again, e-learning or computer or knowledge management, these three are correlated, interrelated branch. So I was interested to read my papers, and I read my paper on convergence of e-learning and knowledge management.
Okay.
And it was the most appreciated paper, by the way, and I got certificate for this. Sorry, I'm not carrying that certificate, otherwise I would love to show that.
Wait, you're trying to say that you went to Germany and you were like the best?
Yeah, presenter.
Wow, that's cool.
And one of the best topics.
Wow. Like, how many countries were represented in Germany?
I was representing Mongolia as well as India.
Okay.
Because I have been living here in Mongolia for last 5 years, and I belong to India. So that's why.
Okay, talking about India, let's move to that place. So what opportunity do students have in India?
Well, especially for Mongolian students, there are ample of opportunities in India. Indian government, they have relaxed the norms to get admission in Mongolia. And from government side also, there are many initiatives, like take example of iTech program. iTech program sponsors 80 students every year. They go to India for English studies. It is 6 months course, and students, they get stipend somewhere around $300 or $400. Apart from their accommodation and food is being taken care of.
Okay, so wait, let's break it down. Like Mongolian students?
80 students every year.
Every year to India?
Yeah.
And it's being sponsored by?
By Indian government.
By Indian government?
Yeah.
So how can a Mongolian student apply for this?
All those who have got their bachelor degree and minimum 3 years of working experience, they can apply.
So where do they go, to Indian embassy, or they come to you?
No. Form is available on internet, and they can find all the information on internet. iTech program India.
Do you know the website? What's the website?
I don't remember exactly the website, but you can Google it. iTech India.
So you can. So guys, if you're interested in studying English in India, like to improve your English, you can go on internet and you go on iTech program in India.
Yeah.
Then you can have some kind of free accommodation.
Yes.
What about transportation?
Transportation.
You pay for yourself?
Yeah, transportation students has to pay.
Okay.
But accommodation and food is provided by the university. Yeah.
Okay.
And some stipend, $300 or $400. It depends on the dollar value, but somehow.
Okay.
Like
was it something like what Royal Academy students went for last summer, or this summer they traveled to India for some kind of program?
No, last winter, Royal students, they visited India. Okay. It was the cultural exchange program. They went over there for 10 days to learn about the Indian culture, the Indian methodology, how do students they learn in the school, and how Mongolian and Indian education system is different in real time.
Okay.
So because here whatever literature is available, that students, they cannot foresee, they cannot visualize what exactly is happening in India.
Okay. So was it free for them, or they had to pay for?
No, it was sponsored. That program was sponsored by Ishan Institute of Management and Technology, and at that institute they managed for their accommodation and food for 20 students for 14 days, to be more precise.
Okay.
And local traveling as well. And
is it likely to take place again, like recently for Royal students?
Yes, if students are interested, if I can get sizable amount of students, like between 14 to 20, it is
you
possible.
can do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. You talked about English course being sponsored by iTech in India. Are there any other English courses you think students would benefit from? Like, if
there are many other institutes, like the best. All are best, by the way. It depends on the students, because it depends on the locality as well, where students is staying in India. So it depends on that also. But like British Council, they have their own schools and they provide English training programs. Then in Lingua, they provide their own program. And there are many other universities, they provide their own program for English learning. So like very recently, one Indian university visited Mongolia, and they have their own program, one year program, 6 months to 1 year program for English language. Those students who want to go for engineering to that college, first they provide language course for 6 months to 1 year. It depends on the standard of the student, English standard, and once he is through, then he can be transferred to engineering program.
Okay. You talked about the British Council.
British Council
in India. I'm kind of interested. in that. Do you have more information on that, like how they provide that English course and how students from Mongolia can benefit from this English course?
For Mongolian students, it's very simple. They can apply online, and once they get admission, and they take level test also online. So once they are confirmed, students, they can go over there and live.
Oh, okay.
And it is that program is in Delhi and in Chennai, 2 cities, and the student can choose that.
So how can they find this information online? Like from which website? Do you know?
A British Council in India.
British Council in India.
Yeah.
So guys, if you want to improve your English in India, again with the British Council, go online and search British Council in India. Right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes,
okay.
right.
So this program, the students pay for it, or they kind of have some scholarship from the British Council, or how?
There is no scholarship as such, but in India, education is very cheap as compared to Europe or as compared to America.
Okay.
Like for each level of English, they need to pay somewhere around $150.
Okay.
For each level, and plus $25 to $50 for stationery like book and writing materials. So put together, it is $200 for one level. So this is much cheaper as compared to Europe.
Okay. Okay. You talked about some kind of exchange program.
Mm-hmm.
So do you know some more exchange programs that Mongolian students can benefit, like from India?
At this moment, there is no exchange program as such, but students, if they want to go to India, yes, they can go. Why? Because exchange program is not possible because of the grading system. Here we have credit system. In India, we have semester system. There is no credit system as such.
Okay.
So whatever modules they have finished, they will be excluded from those modules.
Okay.
So we cannot say that is exchange program as such.
Okay.
But students, they can go anytime.
Okay.
And it is advisable if they have finished 2 years over here, the next 2 years they can finish in India. That is better.
Okay. I want to ask you a question. Don't take it so personal.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in Europe, I was studying to be a medical doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and I had lots of Indian students with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I would say they are pretty smart people. They have this problem, like it was difficult for India to accept the diploma they took from Europe back to India. So I was trying to wonder what was the level of education in India. So can you compare the system of education in India with that in Europe? Like, what's the comparison?
It's basically in Europe also it is more or less credit system in almost in every university, but in India still we don't have credit system. So basic difference is that. And as far education standard is concerned, it is more or less the same. And some education sector is very advanced in India, like information technology and medical science.
Okay. So you're trying to say that India, they have higher standard of education compared to that of Europe?
Yeah, almost similar, if not higher, but almost similar.
Okay, so you're trying to tell Mongolian students that if they go to India to study, they would still get good quality of education, like what or more than what they'll get in Europe?
Exactly, the same, almost the similar quality, or sometimes yes, is better or maybe better than Europe. It depends which university they have joined. And one very fantastic part of Indian education is that most of the universities, they have campus placement. So when you are in final year, your job is secured. Final year students, university comes to the campus, they will attend the interview inside the campus and they are selected. Okay. And next 3 months, they will finish their bachelor program or master program and their job is sorted.
Okay, what about America, India, America?
Oh, America is a cosmopolitan country, and in university you will find the how to say that people there, students there from different countries, and but here in India, most of the students in university are Indian.
Okay.
So this is the basic difference between Indian university and American university. Those American universities, those are good, recognized worldwide. There you can find, just to those universities you can find American students.
Okay. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching us. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere on this show. I am committed to bringing to you vital information that's going to help you, empower you, equip you to become a real student, and will tell you where to study, how to study, and which university to choose. I'll be right back again after the short break. It's Let's Speak English TV show. Stay tuned.
Европын бизнес ассамблийн олон улсын шийдвэр байгууллага өргөмжлөлд Монголын Royal Academy хамтран үзүүлж байна.
Welcome back to your favorite show. Still in the studio with me is Ambarish Pandey. Professor, I'm going to go into your private life. I hope you don't mind.
Private life. I don't have mind to mind.
Okay, like one of my students used to say, or most times some of my friends they used to say, "Oh, Precious, you're so sneaky." So maybe I'll become a little bit sneaky with you right now.
Never mind.
So tell me, what secret part of you would you like students to know about you? When they see you as Professor Ambarish Pandey. So is there something secret about you?
Yes. When I was in class 10th, until class 10th, I used to be very, very weak in mathematics.
Okay.
For me, mathematics means a nightmare. And somehow I managed to pass the exam. So in class 11th, I had option to leave mathematics. So I thought that, okay, I will leave mathematics. But my mother told that, no, if you don't know mathematics, you have to learn mathematics. Otherwise, you will never learn. And my mother's, I call her, in law, I call her Hitler. His order has to be followed.
Okay.
So, okay, for me it was really, whole summer vacation, I couldn't sleep. I was just reading mathematics. And in class 11th, in first trimester exam, I scored 60% marks. I was very much happy, more than happy. And in half yearly exam, I scored 70. And in final exam, it was 100%.
Wow.
And after that, no looking back. So it all happened because of my perseverance, dedication, and willpower.
Wow.
So I would like to advise all those viewers who are listening to me that if they have willpower and perseverance and dedication, they will be successful in any field, whatever they have chosen.
Wow. Wow. I feel touched too. You know, mathematics is a kind of a nightmare to so many students. And who would believe that a mathematics professor, like you teach mathematics in the university, you were once scared of it?
Yeah.
I think the viewers have a lot to learn from you today. Okay, I'll go a little bit deeper. How many countries have you been to? I mean, have you visited?
Almost 13.
Almost
13.
13.
13 countries. All Asian countries and Europe.
You've been
US.
to all Asian countries?
Yeah.
Including Bangladesh?
Oh, not Bangladesh, but like China, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Korea, Japan, and Mongolia now.
Okay, okay. So, why Mongolia? Like,
again, a very good question, because this question I have been facing for a long time. When I say to my friend that I'm in Mongolia, where is that Mongolia? So I explain them, because many of my friends, they think that Mongolia is a part of Russia, or some people they think that Mongolia is a part of China. So I need to give them explanation. But here, yes, it's a coincidence, or you can say destiny. And that time I was working with a telecommunication company in US, and we got a project in Mongolia. So I came here for first time in 2006 for telecommunication project.
Okay.
And once the project is finished, then I decided, let's share my experience with younger generation.
Okay.
And then as a strategy, I left my business job and I jumped into the academics.
Okay.
And my first assignment was at Raffles. And there I checked myself if I can be successful. And I was liked by students, so I decided to continue.
Okay.
So and that's why I'm here.
How long have you been teaching now?
Teaching almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
5+ years.
Yeah. And are you married to a Mongolian woman?
Oh, it's really secret, but not
it's
yet.
A secret. Okay, that's why I told you sometimes I can be sneaky. Okay.
Not yet.
Okay, I will leave that secret for you. Okay. So currently you teach in Mongolia.
Yeah.
And what is it like to teach? Like you taught at Raffles and now at Royal. And what was it like to teach in both schools?
What do I like to teach?
What was it like to teach in both schools?
First thing, I like Mongolian students when it comes to memorizing. So I really love them. They are very good in memorizing things. And sometimes in the exam, they write as it is what they saw in my slides. Okay. So for me, it is really very surprising, because I am very weak in memorizing. I can understand and write in my own language, but exactly word by word, comma by comma, for me it was really very difficult. So I must appreciate Mongolian students that yes, they have. And second thing, what provokes me to teach, especially in Mongolia, that students, when they want to learn, they learn it, and when they don't want, they don't want.
Okay.
And within 1 hour they can prepare. Like I used to spend 3 or 4 hours to prepare for my examination, but with the same level they can prepare within 1 hour.
Okay.
So their grasping power is more.
What was your first impression about Mongolian students?
My first impression that they wait until the last moment. And when I give them assignments, and they just ask, when is the due date? No, due date is now. You do it.
And if the due date is after 1 week, they don't do it till after 1 week.
Yeah,
and they start
exactly.
doing it.
Exactly.
And sometimes do you feel discouraged teaching Mongolian students?
Touch wood, that day has never come so far. and I wish it should not come.
Okay. You live in Mongolia for quite long, and from my experience or from what I know about you, you're a vegetarian.
Oh yeah.
How do you survive?
I'm not surviving, I'm living my life. And in Mongolia, when I came in 2006, that time really it was a bit difficult to stay, and especially for vegetarians. So most of the time I cook, and now there are many vegetarian chain of restaurants like Loving Hut and Stupa and Govinda. So there's no problem at all. It all depends. I told you that it depends on your willpower. If you want to stay vegetarian, you can stay.
Okay. So how do you manage with your protein intake? Because you don't eat meat, vegetables have got no protein. So
if I answer, you will think that I'm promoting vegetarianism.
no,
veganism,
feel free. Come on, it's my show. On my show, we bring it live, strict and direct. Feel free.
No, in vegetarian foods there are more protein than meat. For example, spinach. Spinach has 40% protein. Boiled potatoes has 25% protein. Lentils, any kind of lentil has more than 35% of protein. So that's it.
Okay. Does any vegetarian food? Okay, they have proteins. Then how do you manage the omega-3 part of it?
Omega-3. What is that omega-3? I have no idea about that, to be very honest.
Okay. Omega-3 is a kind of protein you get from fish. Yeah. So fish, they've got that omega-3.
We have many seaweeds, and that kind of protein you can get from seaweeds.
Okay, the viewers would like to know, like which of them.
And there are many. Not only this, when we process food, it develops protein inside. Like when we grind spinach to make gravy, and then protein content goes up.
Okay, but the most important thing is you don't get sick, you don't fall sick, you live healthy, and you're good.
For last 5 years, I never felt sick.
Way to go. So if you're okay with it, I think the viewers, they've learned some things from you about being a vegetarian. So that's cool.
And here I just want to add one more thing. If anyone wants to become vegetarian, he or she should learn Indian cuisine. This is what we call in US.
Okay, so Indian cuisine is a kind of embodiment of vegetarian
exactly
meals.
Oh,
okay. Okay, finally, I want to dive into where you work now, Royal Academy, right? You said you work at Royal Academy, you teach at Royal Academy. How long have you been teaching there?
1.5 years, 2 years roughly.
What's your first impression about Royal Academy? What was the first impression about Royal Academy?
When I heard Royal International Institute, and they have 2+2 program with American, and they have collaboration with British universities and Australian universities and in Malaysian universities. So it provoked me to join and to work with that kind of university. But this is exactly my dream, to prepare my students so that wherever they go, US or UK, they will lighten my name, they will carry my name. Oh, he was my teacher. So I will be popular in those countries as well.
So now tell me the truth. Do you really feel happy working for Royal Academy?
Yes, I am very much satisfied and happy, and because this year my 10 students, they are in US now, so I am happy for them, and yes, I feel proud, because for a teacher the motivation comes from student success.
Okay, so you would advise most students watching out there, if they want to join Royal Academy, they can come and join Royal Academy. Most welcome, and they will get excellent opportunities to excel in their life. So Royal Academy, they have this program, they're like singing everywhere like a lullaby to people. It's 2+2 program. What do you know about this 2+2 program? 2+2, like a student, they can finish their 2 years of MBA course, bachelor or let's talk about bachelor, and then I'll go back to MBA. Okay. In bachelor, 2 years of bachelor program they can finish in here.
and 2 years they can go to US.
Okay.
And there again some flexibilities are there. If they don't want to go, they can go for online program.
Okay.
With American universities. So they will get American degree, and sometimes brand name does matter. You have degree from Mongolia or you have degree from US, people will think, oh, US is better.
Especially in Mongolia.
Yeah, especially in Mongolia.
Yeah.
Without going through your GPA or your personal attributes, the paper speaks a lot.
So you think this 2+2 program is profitable to Mongolian students?
Mongolian students, yes, why not? They are exposed to a different culture and in a diverse atmosphere. So they have more to learn, and it is total immersion technique to learn English. They can improve their English as well while they are getting their bachelor degree.
Okay.
And for master's students, they can finish 1 year over here and 1 year in US. It is 1+1 program.
So has any master degree student traveled for this program?
2 students, they were interested, but due to some financial problem, they could not travel over there. But they are.
But I had somebody on this show from CHU, like the president of CHU, and he kind of said they can help students with scholarship. So why didn't you encourage those students to go and try to gain scholarship? And
no, only from financial problem. They had some other problem, like my MBA students, they are working. So now they were comparing the cost and benefit analysis, what we call. Like they need to leave their job. So how much money they are going to lose, how much money they are going to spend over there. So that's why they were in dilemma and they missed the opportunity.
Okay. What advice would you give to the viewers on this program, this 2+2 program?
I would just say that if they have determined, and they should believe in themselves. Yes, if they want to go to America, no one can stop to them. And come over here, get guidance from us, finish your 2 years with us, then you are set to go to America.
Okay.
And you will be the most successful. Go over there, and there are many opportunities. You finish your 2 years program, you can stay for 1 more year for your internship program. After that, you can stay for 1 more year. So means you can stay 4 years in US and get some experience and bring your experience, your expertise in Mongolia. That is my dream.
I hope the American consulate or the American consulate doesn't hear this trick of staying 1 more year.
No, that is all legal. It's not illegal. It's all legal.
Oh, so
it's all legal. No, it's official.
Okay. So from my best of knowledge, Royal, we have like 3 schools: VIU, CHU, and CIU. That's California, Virginia, and Colorado. So which one would you really advise students to apply to?
Oh, for me, all these 3 universities are equal or the same. They are meeting the same standard. So it would not be justice if I say this is better or X is better. So it depends on the students, because their location is different, their fee structure is different, their services are different. So better I would leave this on students to decide. Sometimes location is very good, like Colorado, but sometimes that California is very good place. For me, I like California very much. By the way, I have spent more than 5 years in California. So I like that. So it depends on the students. So before going to university, they should go through their fee structure, the city, and their job perspective.
Okay.
And they can choose university. For me, all these 3 are the same. They are meeting the same standard, the same curriculum, the same course profile.
Okay. Finally, do you have an advice you want to give to the viewers, maybe parents, maybe students, on 2+2 program or studying with Royal Academy, or something about education based on everything we've talked about today?
Yes. First thing, I would like to give just one piece of advice to students, that if they are thinking to go to America in the near future, they should come to Royal without delay. Why? Delay is dangerous. In my language, we call delay is dangerous. So like this time our admissions are finished at Royal, and now they have to wait for another year. So if they are thinking, just jump in, just make a decision, and with a firm mind that you want to go to America. Or we have other program also. If they want to continue in here, yes, they can continue with us for 4 years. We are also maintaining the same standard, and our environment is international environment. So it is nearly the same. The difference is of the culture. When they are going to America, it is totally different culture. That is the difference. So I don't think that we are inferior than America. No, or America is superior than us. But the fact is that the brand name.
Okay.
America is America.
What you're trying to say is Royal is the bomb.
Yeah.
is a place
Exactly.
to be.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for watching this show today. On my show today, I had Professor Ambarish Pandey. Like I first said, he is a seasoned lecturer, a very dedicated one to what he does. And from everything he said today, you can see that you left today with something great. I will be here again next week with something cool, something wonderful, and I will bring it to you again, bang, 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 like I always do. Stay tuned, don't go away. Come back again next week to watch us again, same station, same time, same week. Let's Speak English TV show brought to you by Royal HD TV, courtesy Royal International Institute. Thanks for watching. Be my guest again.
Европын бизнес ассамблийн олон улсын шийдвэр байгууллага өргөмжлөлт Монголын Royal Academy хамтран үзүүлж байна.
Thanks for watching. See you soon. Same station, same time, same place.